Good morning, Gayatri Dooley and Mike Humphrey and Dwayne. Good morning, Gayatri Dooley, Mike Humphrey and Dwayne. I'm trying.
You did good. You did good. Oh, good morning, Mike, and I believe Gayatri Duleek. I believe he's off now, but hey, I'm so glad.
Good
Oh,
morning to Craig and Callie B2. Good morning to Craig and Callie B2.
Craig, is your son in the car with you?
If your son's in the car, tell me his name and I'll sing to him too. Good morning, LizzAnn.
Oh well.
Maybe. Good morning, Denise. Good morning to you. Good morning, Denise. Good morning to you. Okay, Craig, you let me know when he gets in and what his name is, and I'll sing to him too. Good morning, Lori. Good morning to you. Good morning to Lori. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Lori. Good morning. Um, how close you could spell it out? How many hours do you need? Because I'm gonna run your playlist again.
Definitely, I've been watching some myself on Lori's channel for the same reason.
Well, Land Shark.
191. All right, we'll run some today. I'll run some today.
Well, Craig, you're gonna have to tell her your son's name, and when you guys
Yeah,
get in the car to leave, she'll sing to him. and she,
and just surprise him. Good morning, AJC Magic. Good morning to you. Good morning, AJC Magic. Good morning to you.
Good morning, everybody. Yes, I look like this even before you guys met me. The smiles, it just touches my heart when you guys come on.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm not caught unawares like Sunday.
I still think you did just fine.
Oh, goodness.
You
Uh,
and Craig did just fine. I was watching from my phone.
you guys think Dragon, he got me good, but hey, it was all meant to be what it's meant to be. So I appreciate him. He's a good guy. He makes me laugh, and these others do too.
Good morning to T. Good morning
What?
to you. Good morning to T. Good morning to you.
T, what happened to your wrench? Let me make sure. Look, I'm having to go back, you guys, person by person by person to make. Yep, yeah, we still.
Make sure we're still subscribed. We've been both
Yep,
working on that to make sure that things are.
yeah. I have to check like each person in there to make sure that heck, it had me and not even friends with Tracy, and I'm like, what? Had me not friends with uh what's the guy's name that is in the little spaceship mothership products? Oh, Dwayne. It had me not friends with him, and I'm like, what?
That's
So
crazy.
yes. So Dwayne,
Put
you,
that hamster in your head. How could
I'm
you not
glad.
be friends with him?
I'm glad he gave it a name. Yeah.
Kelly,
So
it does
can.
happen quite a bit. That's why we've been both, Darlene and I have been checking during the broadcast. We try to check and make sure that everybody is still where they should be and still be our friends and part of our family.
Yeah, and I think I don't know. I think YouTube just decided to go crazy all of a sudden. But hey, I'm not gonna whoop the person. I mean, you did the same thing.
We both lean in to read. Morning,
Oh
everyone. Our breaks went
no.
bad. Oh my goodness. Positive vibes for you. Good morning, Nicole. Good morning to you. Good morning, Nicole. Positive vibes for you too.
Nicole, I feel it. Um, because we had to put out 300 over almost $400, and my husband doesn't make, we're a single income, he and I, but he he had to pay that for I don't know if it's starter or alternator and everything for the our vehicle, and it's still cutting out on me and Casey. It just stops.
That's not good.
Just stops. And
Says, I'm done going.
yeah, somebody had stopped the other
Brakes is a
day.
scary thing, though, Nicole. I mean, that would make me very nervous.
Yeah.
Right. When you don't expect it and you have an expensive something, anything. And it's getting on towards the holidays where we're all starting to think about that kind of stuff, too. And, ugh. Good morning to Raven. Good morning to you. Good morning to Raven. Good morning to you.
Oh, it was months ago that we thought we just needed tires, and I think we had to have it went to the brake drums. Oh my gosh, it was like 800 and something dollars, you guys, and you know it was awful.
Good morning, awaken world. Good morning to you. Good morning, awaken world. Good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning. We are talking about, look, we're talking about car expenses that just jumps on up there
Those
at us.
any kind of unexpected expense is very difficult when you just aren't expecting it. I don't think I know anybody personally that has the ability to just say some big surprise expense doesn't affect them in some way.
But
Even people I know that have a decent income, it's still hard.
But somebody had sent Casey a donation through his PayPal. They paid for half of it. And Kevin was so upset. He said, "Why would they do that? They can't do that. We can't take their money." And I said, "They've already done it." And I said, "Kevin, it's a blessing that they're sharing, and I feel bad too.
Yeah.
But you can't give it back."
Yeah. Good morning, say Robbie. Good morning to you. Good morning, say Robbie. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning. Look, we're talking about hamsters. Oh goodness, you guys! If you haven't, all right, I put it this way: you guys will have to go to Robbie's channel when he's talking about his hamster Sandra. Is that a good way to put it, Robbie? I love Robbie though. I love Robbie because none of us, we all struggle, and mine's
So
not.
New hamster is a ninja.
Yeah. And
good morning to Myra. Good morning to you. Good morning to Myra. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Myra. And I was talking with Traci this morning. I said, "Ooh," I said, "I tried to pray this morning, and I said I couldn't even pray outside." And I come in and put my hands on that diary of private prayer. It's too long, really, to read on here. But I read all to Tracy. I said, "Ooh, God told me about myself." I
have found myself at times, I get down on my knees at church when I go to Mass, when I get there, the first thing I do is kneel and pray, and I pray for all of my friends and family and people that I have prayers in mind that need prayers, special prayers. And then sometimes I will find myself, my mind is just wandering about a lot of different things, and I'm like, "Whoop, sorry, God."
Did I cut the coffee? Did I cut the coffee pot off? And look, he knows women's heads.
Yeah.
We're thinking about what's for supper. Oh, I'm sorry, God. Let me get back on track.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. I forgot. I'm praying.
Same way when I had children, I would be trying to pray, and then I'd hear one roll over or make a noise, and I'd be like, Oh Lord, are they fixing to wake up? Oh God, Jesus, please don't let them wake up. Please, Lord, I just need some time. Don't let them get up. So God knows the mind of a woman is full of hamsters. If that's
Yes,
what is full of
for
hamsters.
sure. Nicole, that is very
Yeah.
good. That is a thankful moment that the brakes went close to home so you could go slow and get it back home without having to pay for a tow truck, which is just another added expense.
Girl, we smelled, me and Casey, we pulled up at Walmart and that day and we smelled something. I said, I don't know. Is it coming out of the hood? And I'm sniffing around the car, and all of a sudden I get up to the passenger side and I'm like, oh, there's heat coming from here. And I said, it's this that smells like that, Casey. And I mean, it was so hot. So I told Kevin, and he said, oh, that's not good. So, now none of it's good. Um, Nicole, none of it's good. We wing and prayer it. That's what me and Traci was talking about. We're a lot of us are in the same financial boat.
Mhm. Good morning to Misha. Good morning to you. Good morning to Misha. Good morning to you.
Good
Yeah, a lot of us
morning.
are in that strapped financial boat where we live. We try to live within our means, and that's all fine and good, and most of us do okay. But when you then have an additional expense, you figure, okay, I'm going to pray about this and just hope we make it through. And so far, knock on wood, my husband and I have made it through.
You know, and I tell people, but Myra, you don't think men have to spend a lot on razors, honey. I'm just
Yeah,
saying, whenever I have to go, now Kevin's got trimmers, but when he'd say, go get me some razors. Okay. And I'd stand there like, oh my gosh,
those things are crazy.
do I get this pack? No, I'll just buy the razor again that has the refills. So it's all expensive. It's
Mm,
all expensive, but God's been good or I wouldn't be teetering on my weight like I am. So I've been fed well. I mean, God has provided, and I'm not ashamed on this platform to say we had there for a while we had somebody bring food from a food closet. So I am not. I am not ashamed, to be on this platform and say, we had food closet food.
we did too. We were on my church's food basket list for 2 years. We would get a basket for Thanksgiving and Christmas and Easter and big, and I'm not talking like just for that meal. They would send, like, you would get, like, for Thanksgiving a turkey and stuff for Thanksgiving, but then we'd get like pasta and pasta sauce and peanut butter and applesauce and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, so it was hard. Like I've said, it was hard for Kevin. He is a very proud man, but he learned that you just have to take the blessings
So,
and
yeah,
give blessings back when you have it to
when you
give.
can. Exactly. Good morning, be you beautiful one. Good morning to you. Good morning, be you beautiful one. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning. Look, I was making sure that we still got each other,
Mhm.
honey. I got you, beautiful. I got you.
They did not. I see. Now I was not, and I swear I was before, but I am again.
I'm telling you, it will. What you have to do is go back and find
Go
a
back and watch
video.
some videos and make a comment. That's the big thing. Watch a video all the way through, make a comment, give a thumbs up.
Yep.
You are sunshine, be you beautiful one.
You are everybody that comes in here. Everybody. Everybody. That's what gives the light to my face, other than the three bright lights that we have in the ceiling right there.
Mm-hmm.
And be you beautiful? I'm gonna share this with you. Oh, we had light bulbs up there that were like two had already went out, and it was too dark. I had to have a bright kitchen. So me and Casey, I said, "Look, I want the bright ones." He said, "No, I don't." He said, "I do not like the soft light." So we put those up there, and bam! I mean, it was like runway lights on the at the airport.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody said, "Oh, your hair is shining this morning. Did you do something different?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "We changed the light bulbs."
I have to have a bright kitchen, and I gotta have that light. Like one time, I always keep a spare appliance bulb for my hood for my stove, because one time, and that's been quite a while ago, and I think it was when we were living in an apartment, my hood bulb burnt out, so I didn't have a light directly above my stove. I swear I couldn't cook. Drove me crazy till we got to the store and got a new bulb.
I don't even have a hood range over my.
So you got to have them bright lights up there.
Yeah, my cat's over trying to get in the dog bones. She will be in trouble if she gets in that, and then the puppy finds her in it. Oh, you guys, I will have to mute. I will have to mute. I hope she gets her fat butt in that box, because then I'm gonna bring that box over here and I'm gonna show you guys fat cat in a
Little box.
milk bone box. I don't even have water to squirt at her. You better go on. I'll put a hole in one of these and squeeze it at her. The life of having pets.
Yep.
You
That
guys,
much different than toddlers. They don't listen. They like to not listen and get into trouble when you need them to behave.
MawMaw made it in here, I believe it was yesterday. She wanted out
Yay!
of her room so bad. And she came in here and sat with me while I was on the phone with Destiny. So she got to see Destiny and get out of her bedroom. But it's so hard to maneuver her wheelchair around between the hallway and you guys.
Aw.
Oh, oh, Misha, you spoke the truth. You spoke
Mhm.
the truth, honey. Yes, they do. And my pets listen more than some people that I'm not going to say.
Mhm.
Merry Monday morning, for real,
Merry
Dwayne.
Monday to you, Dwayne.
It is the start of our week. It has been. I haven't had a break. I haven't had a break this week, because me and Traci couldn't sleep. So here we were Saturday, and then Think Dragon said, "Dorcas." So it was like, "Oh no, okay, okay," and so yesterday I was still on here some yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, if I don't get out of this room, this kitchen, and go in there and spend some time with my husband, he's going to pull the
Mhm.
plug on all of it." Because that's one of the things we had to agree, and not even that people say agree to disagree. No, there was no disagreement about it. And then I pulled Traci into it Sunday morning, and
But it's the same kind of thing with my husband too. He doesn't mind that I do this during the week whatsoever, because he's at work and he's not here, and I'm here by myself. But on the weekends when he's here, he likes to have my full attention.
what do you call me, Goofy?
He's so funny.
And I told him, I said, I am goofy. I am. that's part of me that, that, thank you. Robbie said adorable. He might be talking to somebody else in the chat when he said adorable, but I hope I like what? Am I missing something, Tracy?
Yeah, I think Misha got something that was shipped from Dwayne.
Oh, wait, let me see. Oh, Misha, have you got some good mail today? I'll have you got to post it on your.
Aw, Robbie, you're so sweet. He said us two are adorbs. Aw,
You look
right in
now.
the middle of Tracy having a hot flash too.
See, you done made her have a hot flash,
Woo!
Robbie.
Get me all flustered. Oh,
Dwayne.
good morning to Barefoot. Good morning to you. Good morning to Barefoot. Good morning to you.
Good morning, my friend that
Good
helped me
morning.
learn, that helped me get in touch with all the wonderful RV community. That you guys, that was my first growing spurt was with Barefoot,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean met so many adventurers that live. Some of them live in their RVs and are out there. Tiny homes have come back.
Yeah,
Tiny houses not come back, but people are downgrading and going living in their RVs and stuff, which is easy to do now when you have cell phones.
mm-hmm.
Used to you'd be sure enough off the grid.
Yeah,
No,
for
no,
sure.
no, Tracy, you can't show more love to Robbie than Casey. I got
That's
schooled
right.
on that one, but we do love Robbie.
We do love Robbie.
But Casey loved Robbie first. When we first got a Robbie raid on Porch Church Network, Casey was like, "Oh my gosh!" And I'm like, "Well, who's Robbie, Mom?" And he was like Jazzlyn. He was like Jazzy telling me who you were, Robbie.
That's so cute.
And I was like, "Well, okay, let me check him out." Okay, he loves Joyce Myers, and I always tell this story. And Robbie's gonna say he's probably talking to the computer, say, "Woman, if you tell that story one more time, I'm gonna quit coming to your channel." But
When Jazzy was so excited when she got to meet him face to face. That was so
so
cute.
precious. She was so
Good
precious.
morning, Illusions X9. Good morning to you. Good morning, Illusions X9. Good morning to you.
Good morning, my friend. And I am going back to check all of you new people to make sure that, yay, that you have not been taken away. And I'm not going to talk unfavorably of the YT world because they've been good to me, and I wouldn't have met all of you guys if it weren't for them.
Absolutely.
You got okay. There we go. Okay.
Good morning, Philippe Love. Good morning to you. Good morning, Philippe Love. Good morning to you.
Philippe, if you want love every morning and to be sung to, that's what you're going to get because that is what Tracy does. That is the gift the Lord uses of her. Oh, Philippe, I am going to put you on my watch later
Yes, definitely.
because, yes, I am going to put you on my watch later. Let me save you because you are new to me, and thank you, thank you.
Thanks for stopping in. We appreciate you more than you will ever know.
Well, you know what? And I'm even going to keep your tab up so that way I won't even get distracted.
Distracted. We don't get distracted.
Illusion, I tell you what, my morning started out great. It started out blessed. And before we go live every morning, I have to get my Tracy to say, a prayer over the broadcast and over everybody that comes on. Traci, how's your Monday morning so far?
My Monday morning is doing very good so far. Actually, I got a pretty darn decent night's sleep, so I didn't get up until 5 o'clock. Frank was actually getting ready to walk out the door when I got up this morning, which usually I have a few minutes to talk to him because I get up usually when his alarm goes off, and I didn't even hear his alarm this morning, so I got that extra half hour sleep.
Well, thank you, Kelly B. Thank you. And yes,
We're blessed for you finding us.
yes, and that's one of the things. If somebody thinks, well, you're just wanting numbers, no. God says to cast out a net, and am I getting? I couldn't handle the influx that these other channels bring. I want to be able that Traci can sing to all of you guys. I want to be able to say, Lori, how are you? And we want to be able to, it's all about knowing you guys and you guys getting to know us. And LizzAnn, she'll be back, you guys. She was in her car.
She will be back.
Yes, friends are a blessing. I tell people, everybody can't. Yes, thank you, Denise. Everybody can't get out of their houses and socialize, and that's what this started as. My son saw me so upset. He saw me sad, and Dwayne used to see me sad. Dwayne remembers. I thought I was on here when I had my shoulder surgery. But no, I wasn't, and that was in February.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was already on the platform, but Dwayne would every morning ask me how my wing was because I had it taped up, and he would check on me.
It does give us, Kelly, a chance to meet people from everywhere, and it gives us a chance to. I was in my bed in my jammies for days in a deep depression because I'd lost my best friend, and I had lost another friend a few months before that, and I was just almost beyond hope. I was in such a deep, deep depression, and this has been my saving grace. Darlene and YouTube have been my saving grace. I met Darlene through YouTube, through her making a comment on a little short video I made, and we've been friends ever since. And the longer we know each other, the more we find out we have in common.
And it's funny because Casey said, Mom, Traci even looks like she could be your sister. If you just put Traci with you and my other two sisters, she looks like you guys. And I know you guys know that this beautiful red hair, that's not mine. Because you guys saw me yesterday with no eyebrows. No. Down. No. No. So yeah. I am a very fair haired. So yes, if my hair was natural and if Traci had met me before it grew out, you guys would have seen both of us with our hair the same style and everything. So yeah, she is my sister from another mother and another mister. So yeah, so she got the good genes. I just have to say.
I just have enough Native American in me that I have darker than my mom's side of the family complexion. Good morning, Howlin' Fun RV Adventures. Good morning to you. Good morning, Howlin' Fun RV Adventures. Good morning to you.
Okay. Dana.
I was watching your puppies just this morning.
Oh, if you say puppies, Robbie's gonna do the puppy squeal.
Yep, I was watching her huskies just this morning. Good morning, Vibes with Cola. Good morning to you. Good morning, Vibes with Cola. Good morning to you.
Oh, so you've seen it before I did. Good morning, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, we are still friends. We are still friends. I'm checking. I am checking everybody. You know what? Tracy, who was it? I done closed out of there. See, I knew I was going to do something.
It was Philippe Love.
Philippe Love. There you go. There. I got your channel back up there. Oh, goodness. See, under this red, and no offense if I hurt anybody's feelings or somebody report me for being, oh, I'm blonde under this red. So sometimes I can hide behind that and say, look, under this red, I am blonde. I have a right to be scatterbrain. Tracy, I'm gonna step away and let her go to her bed.
Okie dokie.
She is too fretful over that cat, and them two are not going to get on my last nerves. So
Okay.
you guys, I'm gonna give her a milk bone and let her get in her bed for a little while. Be right back.
Okay. So what do you guys have planned for today? Anybody have anything exciting planned for today?
Okay, take
I
Come on, get in your bed.
I do not.
Your bed.
I do not. It is Monday. It is my husband's busiest day at work, so I have dinner planned. That's what I have planned. So far I have a spaghetti dinner planned for him, and that is it. And watching some YouTube, of course, because I always do that every day. Holland Fun is going to be cleaning house. Aww. Don't let the dogs get your glasses. Vibes with Cola's at work right now. Yeah, spaghetti. I do love spaghetti. That is one of my favorite dishes. That's what I'm having for dinner tonight, darling. Spaghetti.
I don't even know what we're gonna do. I'm tired. Look, I don't eat. I didn't eat supper last night. I don't look, you guys. I don't know. Keeping fixing popcorn late, and all that did was cause it to get in my teeth. I said, "Gee, thanks for bringing." We were watching The Walking Dead, and
Then you got to get up and brush your teeth because.
because the kernel and stuck, and it's still stuck. But people should tell me what they want for supper because I don't get hungry except for Saturday morning when all that IHOP. It was my fault for that. The IHOP and all that going on.
Dana, I'm sorry. Oh no, that she was doing like the outtakes, and they had one of her dogs had gotten her glasses, wouldn't give them back.
I know. And oh, Denise, yes,
So sweet.
yes. See, I was the one that would tell the stories at work, and them girls be cracking up. And I will not lie, I would be already. Well, you guys, those that's been here know they could believe it. I would be already logged out of work because we'd log out at our station and then walk out of the building. We didn't have like a time punch anymore. We had to do it from our station. I'd be logged out telling people bye, and somebody'd catch me and ask. They'd say, what's MawMaw been doing? And what's Junior been doing?" And I'd say, "Oh, let me tell you. And so I would get to tell it, and this girl would just laugh, and the next thing you know, somebody else had asked me something. Sometimes I would be 20 minutes before I said, look, I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. So, Denise, I understand. I was the one that was like that, and everybody called me mom. Um, so for me to be 3 years in my room before Casey started Bible study, but it was a time that I think I was supposed to be getting ready for this, because I did do a lot of writing, I did do a lot of reading, scriptures, and tried to get it in my head, and I just couldn't.
Dwayne can't imagine that you get long-winded.
He loves me. He wouldn't be here if I wasn't.
That's Dana. That's kind of my situation too. That weekends is the time I spend with Ryan. So he has a little routine because he does all of our laundry and stuff. Oh, cue song. Good morning to Eric. Good morning to you. Good morning to Eric. Good morning to you. But the rest of the stuff I do during the week, a little bit at a time, because I can't do too much without overdoing it, and then I pay for it.
And my kitchen. I told Casey. I said when I talked, he was at his best friend Bougie Bear. He was at her house this weekend, and I told him he said he'd be home at 8 o'clock last night, and that usually means 10 o'clock or about 9. Yeah, he's home about 9:30. But I told him, I said, son, the kitchen's a mess. I said, it is a mess. I have, he cleans out the dishwasher and puts them up. And he said, well, I'm going to do the kitchen anyway. I'm getting a hold to the pantry, and he's going to rearrange the pantry. And I said, I hate for him to come home and feel like he has to clean up after me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not one to expect my husband, to do it. And then we have MawMaw, bless her.
Myra asked how MawMaw is doing.
Myra, she come out. She's so happy. She said, I just want to come out of my room. And she tried to do it with her walker, but her knee's not going to let her. And so Kevin got her. He said, well, Mama, what you want me to do? And he got her wheelchair, and he brought her in here, with me. And I was on with Destiny, Miss Shamrock, and Pixie. And MawMaw sat in here, and I got the camera off the thing and showed MawMaw. And she sat in here for a while. And, then she had to go back to her room. And I've got to find a smaller wheelchair just for her to get around in here.
I wonder if, you can get like at Walmart and Walgreens and stuff like that, they have what they call a transport chair. I wonder if those are smaller width than a regular wheelchair, because it doesn't have the big wheels on the side. They just have the little wheels underneath.
Oh.
Good morning, T-Town Gambler. Good morning to you. Good morning, T-Town Gambler. Good morning to you.
Good morning, T-Town. What we need is a smaller wheelchair. She got like the wide one, heavy duty.
Uh-huh.
And we just need like one of the smaller ones.
Yeah.
So, and you guys, let me see. All right, if I come and get it, Dwayne,
Yeah.
Are you going to cook for me? I'll have somebody cook for me for a change. I wish you was right up the road.
Travel. Good morning to you. Good morning, Alicio Travel. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
There you go. Probably Heather would cook for you.
Heather don't cook. Dwayne does the cooking.
Cook?
No, Dwayne does the cooking. Alicio, I know You guys, I watched one of my own videos, and I would see me looking to the side a lot. I am double checking you guys. I'm double checking to make sure that I still have you guys as family on my end. And you guys show love to one another and just don't use the sub word. Say I've sent you some
Oh,
blessings.
Dwayne. They had Cajun sausage and shrimp Alfredo last night. Oh my goodness, that sounds amazing.
I would have to try it. I would have to try it
That
because
sounds
I'm
amazing.
funny about how shrimp's cooked, but I would have to try it. I would try it. So yes, you guys get to know one another. Because hey, I said the other day, I said we're not really a growth channel, but yes, we are. We are a spiritual growth channel. And
That's
those of
right.
you that have come here for whatever reason, I welcome to my kitchen. This is really my kitchen, and my Keurig makes a lot of noise. But you know what? I welcome you guys, and if you show love to somebody, tell them I showed you some love or blessings. That would make me feel good to see a bunch of
Good
blessings.
morning, Jeff Giordano. Good morning to you. Good morning, Jeff Giordano. Good morning to you. Good morning, Gary Holland. Good morning to you. Good morning, Gary Holland. Good morning to you.
Good
Mr. Gary
morning.
Holland, are you the Gary Holland that was a counselor in my school when I was in high school? Could that possibly be the same Gary Holland?
That would be spooky.
Would
That
that be
would be
funny?
spooky. That
He
would
was
be
a math
spooky.
Gary. There was a Gary Holland that when I was in high school, he was a math teacher, and then he later became a counselor at the same school. But where are you from, Mr. Gary Holland? Now you got me all curious. Are you even from Michigan? Just you can say yes or no. I'm not from Michigan, or I am from Michigan.
Then should stalk you, Gary Holland.
Yes, I will. No, I won't. Missouri, an M state though. Is that funny?
No, what is
I'm
so
gonna have to
funny?
check you out.
What is so strange was there's one of my favorite bag men at Kroger store. He's so sweet, Mr. Charles. That's why I call him Mr. Charles. And he will. You guys, I got to. You guys, I'm doing the StreamYard thing. That StreamYard thing will get you slapping your head.
Yes, it will.
So anyway, um, my favorite person, I'd say, oh, Mr. Charles, will you please get me some water and take it to the car and undo my groceries? Yes. Don't start. So anyway, Mr. Charles, I done grabbed him and we were out there at my car, and this woman was pushing her buggy, and she said, well, I can't believe you walked out because you always get my groceries. And he looked so funny. He said, well, I'm sorry. She said, well, you always get my groceries. And I said, oh my gosh, Mr. Charles, you're going to have two women out here fighting over you in the parking lot. And his face got red a little bit. And I said, how is that? I said, getting somebody arguing over you in the parking lot. And then I was talking about my high school friend that works in trying to think, he was in one section, but not anymore. And that's how I'm going to put it. Because Dwayne, I'm not even going to give you ammunition. But anyway, he's not there anymore in that section. But we were talking, and I told Mr. Charles something about my friend, and he said, oh, you know him? I said, yeah, we went to school together. He said, what year? And I told him, and he said, well, I was a teacher then. I said,
Aww.
are you serious? I said, what's your last name? And he told me. And I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't have you for math. I told him who I had. It was in junior high school. And I said, well, Mr. Charles. And you think when you're in junior high school, the teachers are old.
Right.
You just
Right.
think
You
they're
think that they're
old.
not.
And he is the sweetest soul in the world. And you guys, he was tormented by kids in school. He was
Oh,
tormented because he was heavyweight. And he was tormented. And he's not heavyweight now. But that's the first thing I thought. Oh, how unkind the kids were to him.
mm-hmm.
They were very unkind to him. But I love them to pieces. And Dwayne, I can't do it anymore. I just finally had to. I finally had to, learn what would you call it, Tracy?
What my
Limitations.
limitations are.
Yeah, and even they have to get the water. They have to get the dog food, and all that. Anything heavy they have to do.
That is one of the things I used to enjoy going to. I was just checking to make sure I sang to barefoot, but I did. I used to enjoy going to the grocery store by myself when I worked. That was my alone time, right? Stayed home with
Mine
the boys,
too.
and I went to the grocery store all by myself. Now I can't do that, but now it's a little bit of together time for me and Ryan. We kind of have our little way we do it together. We've worked out a system, and we can get in and out of the grocery store pretty darn good. But he
Well,
gets really upset because I use the little electric carts when I'm at the store because I can't possibly walk through the whole grocery store. And he gets so defensive if somebody gives me a dirty look or somebody says a rude comment about me using the cart. Um, he gets so defensive of me. He's so protective of me.
and Casey, if he goes with me, I hold on to the small buggies. I use the small buggies. And Casey, even if I'm leaning on a big buggy, when at a certain point he takes the buggy, but I try to take a little buggy so I can kind of have it to lean on. But I tried one day to just do it when somebody had put the dog food in
Mhm.
my bag basket thingy. And no, turning the corner, I was like, oh, why did I think? What was I thinking? Because up
Mhm.
here, I think I should still be able to do things.
Exactly.
And the same energy, you guys, I bring here. When I walk in my grocery store, there's my friends, there's my girls, and I walk in there and they make me shine. And I mean, I love them. I get hugs. One pats my behind, which that's her way, and I love her. I snuck up on her the other day and got her. But yes, they make me shine. So I know people are looking at me like, well, nothing's wrong with her.
Wade, that's so funny.
Oh.
Right, and I have our little list, and we have our little. I'll say, okay, you go get this, this, and this, and I'll grab this, this, and this, and then we'll meet right here, and then we go and we get this, and we have our whole little routine, and we get through. I'm telling you, the two of us can get through and get like 2-3 weeks worth of groceries in and out of a big, huge grocery store up here named Meyer. If anyone's familiar with Meyer, Thrifty Acres, it used to be called, but it's a great big, like a superstore. We can get in and out in 45 minutes.
Oh, Dana, you'll be in trouble because you won't get no cleaning done. Robbie says he can't get that when we get wound up that he can't get sleep because just about time he gets sleepy, we get wild in here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just love them when I go in, and there's when I go in the grocery store, and there's a produce man. I call him my sunshine, and he
Mm-hmm.
just beams. He just smiles. He'll just smile, and I smile back, and And the other day he walked away, and I'm like, I am not paying. I don't need that many doggone bell peppers. I just need two. And so I was talking to the girl that went from cashier to the flower part of it, the floral part. So I done got my love from her, and I stand there talking, and there he comes up. I said, look, I'm looking for some bell pepper. I don't need. He said, I ain't got but two. I said, whoop. Let me have them. I said, see? And I said, you can take these expensive ones on with you. I said, because I wouldn't want to pay that much, but I would have. And he, so I have a
Mhm.
rapport with all of them, and they make me happy. But one day, you guys, it took all I could do with the little buggy
Yeah.
to get home. And, it just had to be a few things. And when I got home, I just wanted to cry. I was hurting so bad. And it's the kind of pain and hurt that there's nothing to take for it. Nothing.
Hmm. That's the worst part. That is just sometimes with chronic pain, there's just nothing. When you overdo and you've done too much, you've just done too much. And you are just in trouble and have to tough it out because you overdid it yourself and
Yeah, and there is no,
good morning to Pat. Good morning to you. Good morning to Pat. Good morning to you.
good morning, Pat. Good morning, morning. I'm checking, honey. I know you get me, but let me make sure that I still get you. Yes, yes, yes. And Pat, when I talk about my crazy three-legged hamster in my head being Pat, it's not you. It's a friend. It's another friend of mine. It is another friend of mine.
Hmm.
Denise, I want to be, I try. I really try. And Casey sometimes will say, Mom, why did you do that? And one day I almost got out of the house. I had the key, and I was going to I wanted to ride to Ollie's, which is about 10 minutes ride from here to,
Hmm.
15 minutes maybe. And I really, in my heart, in my head, everything about me thought, well, I want to ride. I want to get out of that. I want to ride, and I'll go get the coffee. I'm just going to pick up the coffee from Ollie's. It won't be hard. It's not hard to pick up, the boxes or nothing. And Kevin said, are you about to go? I said, yes. And I wasn't lying. I said, yeah. And I had the key in hand. He said, is Casey going with you? And I didn't say anything. He said, is Casey going with you? I said, well, Casey's still asleep. Well, I'll get my clothes on. I said, no, no, I'll get Casey up. So Casey got up. He said, Mom, why didn't you wake me up? I said, because I felt like I wanted to go by myself. Sometimes you just want to ride by yourself.
To drive yourself and just be alone in the car. Oh my gosh, that is like a happy memory. I
Yeah.
can't do that. Same thing. Even when I say to Ryan, Dollar General is right around the corner. And I'll say, we need something from Dollar General. And I'll say, well, I'll just run right up to Dollar General. And he'll say, no, I'll go get it or I'll take you up there. He just doesn't want me to drive. Good morning, Kim A. Good morning to you. Good morning, Kim A. Good morning to you.
Oh, I can't wait to see your friend mail from Misha.
Yay.
See, great friends, you
We will
guys.
watch it.
Being shared. That makes me happy. But Casey ended up, by the time that Casey, just threw on some clothes, he didn't have to get out. Um, by the time we walked out of the house and I got on the deck, I started not feeling right. And by the time I got in the car, my head felt all weird. And I told him, I said, see, if that would have happened while I was,
While you were gone.
hmm and Kevin really fussed at me. He said, you cannot drive yourself. Dwayne, yeah, they
Yep,
really,
same thing with me too, I'm sure, because with the medication I take, I shouldn't drive. If I were to get into an accident or pulled over by the police while I was driving and they decided that they needed to take me in for a drug test, I would get ticketed for driving under the influence because of the amount of medication I take and the types of medication that I take.
yes.
So I do have to be aware of that.
Yeah, and that's like mine are all right. Let me see. If she's going to play Jack in the Box, are you here or are you going to play Jack in the Box again?
Well, I was going to stay in a few minutes earlier, but I didn't realize what time it was, and all of a sudden I had to go take care of something, and so I didn't have a choice but to pop out. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
And I just got what would you call it? I got a pop out that shows from Facebook. Casey said, please let everybody know his head hurts and his throat hurts from sneezing. I'm doing this like you guys know what I'm talking about. Um, Facebook will pop out and then go away. But I know when I tried to talk to him yesterday while he was at April's, he sneezed and he sneezed. So he said his throat hurts, his head hurts. So that is a public service announcement from the Porch Church Network, which is my son. But MawMaw, when I was still working, she would make comments like, sometimes, let me see, did we already get,
Good morning, Asian traveler. Good morning to you. Good morning, Asian traveler. Good morning to you. Good morning to Sonia. Good morning to you. Good morning to Sonia. Good morning to you.
where's Sonia?
Right under Asian traveler.
Yes, hey, good morning, Sonia. There you are, there you
Good
are.
morning, everyone in the chat. I'm sorry I didn't get to say that. And
uh,
good morning, Tracy, and good morning, Darlene.
Good morning, LizzAnn.
but one time, Mama told me, well, sometimes I just want to go out there to the pool. And that's when we had the fence, sure enough, lock on a fence, we had it locked.
Hmm.
I want to just go get in the pool. And I just chewed her butt out, because I said, what do you, no, you can't do that. I said, I know you might think you can, and we don't even have the thing you hold to get down the steps, like the rail.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
Right.
said, well, my mind thinks I can. And I said, well, So we started locking the gate. And I understand what she's talking about.
Good
Uh-oh.
morning to Joy. Good morning to you. Good morning to Joy. Good morning to you. Cue
Good
song,
morning, Joy.
darling.
Okay. Joy to the world, all the boys and girls. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me, my
Bado,
joy.
bado, bado.
Okay,
Yay!
Well,
okay, you guys.
the
I don't
water
sing after
therapy would be good for her.
everybody.
The water therapy would be good for her knee,
The what?
but the water therapy would be good for her knee, but that may not. Your pool may not be the best place to do that.
Well, for
Yeah.
Mama, think about it. She has neuropathy in her feet, so her feet
Right.
don't need to stay wet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
And
that's true.
right now, I could go out there and sing Jeremiah was a bullfrog, because at the top of my lungs, because about the time we got a hole in our liner and was going to have it fixed, my neck messed up. So it was
Oh, yes.
either pay for my neck or
Right.
fix the pool.
Well, yeah,
Had to
but your
pay for
neck must
this.
have. Yeah. I'm
And
just
it,
saying that in general,
well,
water therapy works well for a lot of people.
it would for me. And MawMaw even said now the insurance, something she's got, Humana or something, pays for her to go to a gym.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
But I said, MawMaw, I couldn't help you. She said, well, Casey could take us. I said, but I couldn't help you in the to back there in the wet part to where to shower and all that. I said I couldn't help you with that. And I said, yes, I would benefit from that, but I
Mm-hmm.
can't help you get in a pool and out and dressed. And it's at my age at 55, I was supposed to be doing stuff like that for
Right.
MawMaw and with MawMaw.
That's frustrating. That's the frustrating part about it at our age, being
yeah.
chronically ill, is having having the inability to take care of the people we wanted to take care of
Right.
in their old age.
Yes, and then to
Well,
have a
yeah.
judge look at you, like look down on you, like you are just a lazy drug addict, that that is the I think that's the thing that makes me self-conscious, which Kevin told me it don't matter. And God has said, it doesn't matter what a person thinks of me.
Mm-hmm.
And a judge is a person that
That's right.
is human. They are just a human being that they went to school, they paid their dues, and they're a judge, and they're to be respected. I respect authority.
Yeah. The office of the judge. Yeah.
And
Right.
so yeah, so I guess to be to sit there and know and just feel wave after wave of ugliness from somebody that doesn't know me day by day.
Hmm.
And and I always say to get that snotty cry, you know
Yeah.
to
Mm-hmm.
put me in that kind of position. um it and I sat there and I prayed. I prayed, God, oh, just let them see me, just let them see me for who I am, and not what they think they see.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. But that's the most unfair thing about
Great.
pain, is you cannot see it.
Right.
Yeah, and
And there's a history in this country, in the world, of people faking pain to get drugs, and
Yes.
so it
Yeah.
gives us all a bad name.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
And it's hard for them to detect for the nerve damage, kind of stuff that you ladies have, um, with the fibromyalgia and your particular situation, Traci, as well. And it's just, you know, there's no way to
Mm-hmm.
map it out to show it. I mean, there's just no. It's crazy,
Yep.
but and unfortunately, it's like that, and it makes it harder, so much harder.
Good morning, the Noni Richie Show. Good morning to you. Good morning, the Noni Richie Show. Good morning to you. Good
oh,
morning, Leticia. Good morning to you. Good morning, Leticia. Good morning to you.
just when I pulled my mine down, let me check, make sure, Noni. And what was, let me see. Oh, yeah, Sonia. So it it is bad when you're 43 and people treat you that way. Um, Asian Asian traveler. He put it as, let me know if you punch me and I'll punch you back.
Oh, that's clever.
uh, All right, I should have just popped out the chat. I'm trying to. All right. Who did I say? Noni Richie Show. Nonia. Let me see if I still have you. Yes. Yes. And be the difference. I'm telling you, I said it's going to be, this is going to be a testimony when that 1K hits, because not by my might, but by his, because I tell people there's not enough hours in the day that I went from 300 to 900, I think 950 something, 954 now. Um, and I even told Traci, I said, God drew me back. Woo! He drew me back.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's going to be when he wants it to be. And so that way it won't be by anybody else's might, but by his. Now
That's right.
saying that, I will tell you, Barefoot Adventures, wonderful, wonderful. Um, that is where I met one. I mean, that's where I broke out of just being jewelry and resale. I met such
Yep.
wonderful people. I met Howling RV Adventure there. Honey, you better go clean, because I know them puppies, they make a mess in the house. Go clean. We know you love
Yeah.
us. Go clean. I'm going to tell you like I have to tell Sonia sometimes. Sonia, go to bed. Go to bed.
Oh my goodness.
T, I've missed you in here. Honey, I have missed you. I have missed you in here. I remember when T was first coming on the panel with me.
Denise, I want to just say I am very grateful and thankful that I did not have to go in front of a judge. I actually got approved by going straight to the office, having an appointment, talking to a caseworker, and did my application that way, and I got approved. And I probably am the luckiest person on the planet, and I am grateful for that. Good morning, Engrathia DRTs. Good morning to you. Good morning, Engrathia DRTs. Good morning to you.
Beautiful lady. Yes, I'm checking to make sure that I still have you, and because growing like I've grown, YouTube will take away. Just like I was told, they'll take some away if you grow too fast. So, God is blessed, and oh, there's another
Well,
one.
good morning,
Morning,
Vanessa
Lori. Miss
Heron. Good
Crochet.
morning to you. Good morning, Vanessa. Good morning to you.
Do what, LizzAnn?
Lori's crochet corner. Hello.
Where's Lori?
She's in
Oh, we
there.
don't.
Crochet Corner.
She's still from the chat.
Oh, Lori's the one that she needs her hours.
Mm-hmm. She needs
She
people
needed
to watch
200
some videos.
something.
She's under 200 now that she needs, so.
Thank
Oh,
you,
is she?
Agent Trapper.
Great. Awesome.
What I told people is that I said, you guys say I'm leaving you a blessing. I'm here's my blessing, or just say love to you, my friend, or here's my blessings, or I even just do the heart. You could. It's weird, you guys. Now you can't even put too many emojis, or they'll come back on. You know,
Yeah, just two.
and
Just two.
and the reason, yeah, is that true? They take away. They pick.
Certainly does
Yeah,
seem to be, yes.
yeah. They will kind of flag you. they will flag you if and then they'll try to look at everybody to make sure everything was done correctly, and and they'll pick it apart.
Mhm.
Oh, was it okay? So somebody said something. Oh, I hope nobody offended you. I hope I didn't. I hope I didn't. Oh, well, thank you for looking out. He's looking out for me. He's looking out for me. Yes, thank you. Because he's in these other shows and he knows what they're picking apart and what they're doing and what
Mhm.
spam. Because see, Asian Traveler he's over his. So see, he's already there. And
Mhm.
so he knows what they are looking for and what they're doing. So thank you for looking out for me.
Definitely. Yeah,
Yeah,
what Joy said. If you don't go watch video, make a comment, leave, they they don't consider that you really are a friend and they will take you away from them.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But see, with me, Vanessa, God blessed. I mean, I tell people, people have come back and asked me, so then I'm able is I use it for what, a testimony, to go from 300 to 900. That's 600. In I think it said 500 and something in 28 days. There's not enough hours that I could do this.
Mhm.
So God has blessed. God has surely blessed. And I give credit where due. Barefoot Adventure started me on my journey. And then Robbie did a raid.
Good morning to Super Dave. Good morning to you. Good morning to Super Dave. Good morning to you.
Super Dave. Super Dave helped me. Going on his and fun, very much fun to be able, like when I had my laptop and Kevin would go to sleep early and I found Super Dave, and I would enjoy it so much. So Think Dragon, Super Dave, and Barefoot Adventures, and that's good people. And then Super Dave, he and I become, I feel like, real friends. We are real friends. And Dave started getting bold, and he'll do prayer on his channel, and he's not ashamed. He is not ashamed. So,
Good morning, Rhonda Tolliver. Good morning to you. Good morning, Rhonda Tolliver. Good morning to you.
oh, Vanessa, was you kidding? They didn't really take people away.
Morning.
Rhonda, okay. Good morning, Rhonda. But yeah, Super Dave, he's you guys, he told me one time to be bold, and he did not realize my son just prayed those words over me. So when I was nervous and he just said bold, be bold, I'm like, I didn't even say anything then, and I just put my hand over my heart because. And then when I was in his, and somebody kind of made an off colored comment about, Dave talking about the Lord, and I just put in there bold.
Mhm.
And then I chatted in there. I said, that Super Dave, you told me to be bold, and my son had spoke those words over me. So God put it on your heart. I said, so you be you. And Super Dave, whoo, he just flew from what, 1,000 to 2,000 plus. Just whoo, when he spoke bold, God blessed him.
Mm-hmm.
And he will take his hat off and pray for somebody at what you say at the drop of the hat.
Good morning to Jennifer. Good morning to you. Good morning to Jennifer. Good morning to you.
So yes, I mean when somebody stands up for their beliefs, and then somebody makes fun of them, they'll either stay Super Dave and get your good feelings from you, or they'll be gone. And
Mm-hmm.
but oh, hey, any day. We do this Monday through Friday. I just happened to be on Saturday and Sunday, but that was a fluke. Thank
Right.
you. Thank you for coming in.
Thank
And
you very much.
and if you come in tomorrow, Traci will still sing to you.
I sure will. I just watched one of your videos this morning, Vanessa. Left you a comment. Good morning, good guy Jeff. Good morning to you. Good morning, good guy Jeff. Good morning to you.
Good morning, good guy Jeff. And yeah, Vanessa, like what I'm checking, make sure we still connected, good guy Jeff, because I have a new person this morning that I wasn't connected to at all, and I'm keeping him up there because I'm gonna watch his video after this. And well, look, you deserve Super Dave to be sung to because you sung Happy Birthday to me in October 10th. He sung Happy Birthday to me. I appreciated that very much too. So you deserve to be sung to. Everybody does. But yeah, Vanessa, I started out in the jewelry, watching jewelry, and that's how I met all you jewelry people, and
Right.
I really was made to feel at home.
And I still think, you're my friend, Vanessa. If I have your bell on and it popped up that you had a video, and so I watched it. That's just what I try to do as much as possible. People that I'm friends with, if you post a video in your channel, I'm gonna do my best to watch it and leave a comment. Good morning, Malone Money Mindset. Good morning to you. Good morning, Malone Money Mindset. Good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back. And thank you for those kind words. He's saying, always great to be here. Yay. But
It's always
yeah,
great to have you.
me and Traci, and I guess kind of LizzAnn too. Well, LizzAnn, you do sell on the
Good morning.
platform, don't you? But me and Traci's kind of in the same, thing. We are jewelry. We we go to the jewelry. We go to the resellers if they have
To the
auctions.
RVers. Good morning, Chickhappens. Good morning to you. Good morning, Chickhappens. Good morning to you.
See, you see him before me. Good morning. Good morning. Let me double check you. That's and I'm having to do that. Double check to make sure we are still friends. Yes. And he is an outdoorsman, and I enjoyed that because you guys all have the snow, and I'm able from the comfort of my kitchen to look at all this beautiful snow and stuff that you guys are getting.
It's nice to have different. That's why I love having people in different nooks of YouTube, because I can watch the RVers and I can watch the outdoors people and I can watch Sky Watcher and I can watch, like Save Robbie and Super Day, excuse me, and watch the jewelry people. And, I watch a little bit of everything and I enjoy that. It gives me A well-rounded YouTube knowledge.
Yeah, and that's what Landshark was saying. He said people to grow have to get out of their niche. And he said get out of that mindset of just being in one category. Not category. I mean, I'm a Christian based channel, so this is my category, you know. But my calling, our calling, these two women, it's our calling. Um, but as far as watching different people, and you meet the personalities, that's the whole thing, personalities. You meet a personality that you just click with, and you can watch their videos and be, oh, Vanessa, it's in the 50s and she's cold.
Oh my goodness, I would be so excited if it was in the 50s here right now. Oh my goodness. It's 34, which is warmer than it's been, so I'm not complaining, trust me.
Super Dave, now when I go in yours and everybody's throwing love around, I'm like, oh, we already friends. We already friends. And, you know, I'm going through there and he'll say, all right, everybody, we're a moving and a grooving. Uh-oh.
Good morning, Sarah. Otis, good morning to you. Good morning, Sarah. Otis, good morning to you.
Okay, look at this one. Wait.
Good morning to Matthew. Good morning to you. Good morning to Matthew. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Matthew. I'm clapping for you. That's what I'm doing. I'm clapping for you.
We're glad that you listen with your dad, Matthew.
Yes, we are. We are. And Sarah, I am checking to make sure that we have the love. Yes, there's the love from my end.
Uh-oh.
Blessed for you to be here. Well, see, we're gonna get ours too. Oh, wait, I'm scared.
That's right.
Thank you, Dwayne. Thank you. Bless Casey. I hear him in there blowing. He's.
Aw, poor Casey.
This is changing the weather, you guys. Changing the weather.
That's exactly it. That will mess a body up for sure. For sure.
But you know,
I showed you the love, Sarah. I didn't. I thought I had before, but apparently not. So I did now. Crazy phone. Yeah, that's what we figured, LizzAnn.
since Dave, I don't even know the count that I have. I don't even know how many that I try to, that there's so many now, that it's like, oh my goodness. And I see all the ones that are live.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to read something because it is pretty short. I read the whole thing, Diary of Private Prayer, to Traci this morning that knocked me upside my head. Leticia, I'll get with you because this week I want to do an interview with Leticia.
Yay!
And have Leticia come on and do a Christian womanhood interview. So, Leticia, I can get in touch with you on Facebook, and that way I can set it up and know what day it's going to be, and that way you can share with, your all the people you know that I might not know. So we're going to get it together.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to read Psalms 51, 10 through 13, and this is from the NIV, New International Bible. So, create in me a pure heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me. Do not cast me from your presence or take your Holy Spirit from me. Restore to me the joy of your salvation and grant me a willing spirit to sustain me. Then I will teach transgressors your ways, so that sinners will turn back to you. Now, you guys, the first part of that is telling me about myself. I would just tell you. It was telling me, "Ooh, you done wrong." So that was from that, because I had to ask the Lord to create in me a pure heart again. So all that stuff I read, pointing fingers back at this one. And that's what I shared with Traci this morning. I read the whole thing, and it was all about me, but it wasn't it was all about me, honey. No, God was telling me something this morning. He told me about myself and schooled me,
Mm-hmm.
because I have several things to pick up and find verse from.
We've got to get some Sudafed.
I find, aw, Kim, I'm sorry that you didn't sleep well last night, especially when I feel like I got such a great night's sleep. I feel bad for anyone that goes through that, because that is so frustrating when you don't sleep well. So frustrating.
Oh, I hate that, Kim. Casey's behind me, but I promise he
He
does
can't
not want to
hear.
be. He does know.
Is there no more Colombian coffee?
I know.
Tell him I send my love and kisses.
Traci says she sends her love and kisses.
She don't want to kiss this.
All right, Vanessa.
Vanessa.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vanessa, for coming in this morning.
And I am so glad to be seeing your beautiful face again. So glad. Jennifer sent you some kisses from the computer. All you new people, that is my wonderful Casey. Kim A said, "Good morning, Casey. We hope you feel better."
Good morning, everyone. I
You
sound like I've swallowed a man.
You do sound terrible.
He does, and he looks terrible, and Casey never looks terrible.
I was about to say, gee, thanks, but then you finished it with a compliment.
Everybody sending their love.
They better.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
It was LizzAnn. It stinks. Uh-oh, what Liz? Oh.
Said it was a rough night.
Well, I woke up seeing in my head a Facebook pop-up chat, and I'm like, Lord, Lord, I don't know what I was dreaming. I don't know what I was dreaming, but I did tell Traci when I was trying to pray outside this morning, the moon was out, the stars was out, and usually I can talk to God. I look at the moon. I know he's not the moon, you guys. But, her son's feeling the same way.
Yeah.
But I will when, sometimes the moon or the sky will be so beautiful, you just see God's hand in the creation.
Exactly.
So while my dog was doing her thing, I looked up and was talking to the sky, talking to the Lord, and I felt like he kind of did the hair flip and had his head turned sideways at me, and I said, but God, listen. So I felt better. I read the scriptures, and I tossed it around with Traci, and God brought me back around, and that's what that's what this is about, you guys. I had somebody Friday ask me, was I a Christian? They asked me, was I a Christian, and is this a Christian channel? And I told them yes, because if anybody goes to the About Me, if they click on About Me or Traci About Me,
Mhm.
The description of the channel is, I have it in there. I'm not trying to say I'm this way and then end up that somebody thinks, oh, oh, Kim A said her son's sick too, Casey, and he had to call out. She said, but he works for our business, so he can't call out that much or without really being sick because it's a family business. Well, bless him.
So Denise, the weather change affects me more dramatically than almost anything. If it's cold and damp, or we have a big split flop from hot to cold, cold to hot, either one, it doesn't matter. Big flip flop, I'm done for a while.
and
It
and
really hurts
Denise,
me.
Casey was probably closer to your weather where you live than our weather because he was at April's and April.
I was about to say, I felt fine before I went to April.
See, he felt fine. So April lives
April did it to me.
where
Near Atlanta.
she lives near Atlanta,
Mhm.
and then Denise lives in Georgia, and I think they were having the same weather. And Dave, you can lurk at any time. You can lurk any time.
LizzAnn, you're right. I don't see how anyone can be out in nature and see this world of ours and the universe and think that a big boom created this, that there wasn't some higher being that has their hand on all of this beauty in nature.
I love that, a love hug. That I love that, a love hug. You guys show some love hugs. But yes, LizzAnn, is that's um, when you have uh, artistic stuff going on in your head. You just I don't I know I'm sure LizzAnn does it. You start sketching already in your head, whether or not you ever put it on paper. You already start drawing something in your head. And that's why the hamsters, I have wild hamsters running around in my brain. And I kind of was worried when they switched up some medication on me because I did not want it to hinder the creative part of me.
Mm-hmm.
And the a lot of the people that were artistic, and I'm not putting myself with none of the famous artistic people, but uh, let me read what Kim says. Yeah, Casey needs something this morning.
It must be something that before the freeze.
Yep, and see
My one
Casey,
friend used to have bad fall allergies.
and his throat's hurting him too. Because Casey usually don't have that deep of a man. He can go that deep with his voice when he wants to, but his voice usually isn't that deep man. So he has the deep man, not trying to. Me too, Denise. Me too.
Me three.
So LizzAnn, you understand what I'm talking about. And some of the people that were so talented that, wait, before I start.
Good morning, Justin and Christina. Good morning to you. Good morning, Justin and Christina. Good morning to you.
I'm checking the love. I'm checking the love. Ooh, you guys are almost at 2,000. Yay, yay. Yay, yay. And a lot of them, you hear later that they were in that they had mental problems. They were insane. They were this or that. It's just that their brain was trying to put down on paper what was up there. And that's why a lot of people that they deem mental health issues don't want to take their medications, because if they are intelligent with what, if it hits that part of the brain that takes something away from their creativity, it makes them feel dulled, and it makes them feel not who they are. And I don't want to feel that way. I want to be able to still see things. Yeah, tortured artist. Yeah. Um, it's what was Beethoven? Wasn't he deaf? Was it Beethoven that was deaf?
I think so.
What would have happened in today's, well, now in today's society we understand more, because a person can feel a beat, and still dance if they could feel a beat and not hear. But think about in his time, or in a lot of people's time, they would have locked somebody away and just, how many truly amazing people back in the day were put in asylums that really just, if they would have been given a paintbrush or given something.
Well, even relatively simple things, and that it's simple, but even like Down syndrome, back in the day, they used to put Down syndrome children into institutions and not not recommend that a parent raise them. And Down syndrome kids are some of the most loving and happy kids.
Yeah. The world is learning. They're learning to reach out. But, there were so many superstitions that people would be. You think if one child that looked different was born in a community back 100 years ago or 200 years ago, whenever say the United States was being colonized, and not even think about when it was the people in different countries. But if the child was born with an extra arm or something like that, think of what was thought about them. Now there's a way of removing it. There's just, we understand much more now. But even though oh, look, Nakim, look, there you go. There you go with that talk about
Caramel Livin Crunch Frappuccino.
Talking that, and I am broke.
Good morning, Joseph Buck. Good morning to you. Good morning, Joseph Buck. Good morning to you.
Welcome to our part of the world where we talk about everything that the hamster that runs around crazy in my head just brings up. I'm talking.
Oh my goodness, Sonia. Yeah, that's the type of thing that I'm talking about, that they totally disregarded anybody with any kind of disability. That's sad. Good morning to Neville. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, Neville. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Neville. Good morning. Or, yeah, it's still morning your time, too. It's morning where you're at. But yes, Sonia, it is, and maybe it does take now there's still people that can't handle it. So there's people that adopt. They adopt.
spiritual super healer. It's
I just call
superhero.
him superhero.
Superhero. He has spina bifida. And he's
Oh.
an amazing, brilliant man.
Yep.
And people just push that kind of stuff to the side because they didn't know enough about it.
Kim, I have to get Casey some Sudafed. And if he drives me, I'll get one. And you say they got them at McDonald's now? Because I haven't been through McDonald's lately. You see, T, we just jump all over every different conversation. Every conversation. And I'm so glad Super Dave's still in here. Because you guys know, Super Dave knows. He done, just about all you guys seen what I looked like yesterday. And I was so glad afterward. I told my husband, I said, I am taking a shower. I just, there was a song one time, I'm going to wash that man right out of my hair. Remember that, Traci?
Yes, I do.
And we are not going to play none of it because nope. But anyway, I just felt like I just wanted to just wash all things away.
There's
And
our
I
Derek.
come out, well, good morning, Derek. Good morning.
Good morning to Derek. Good morning to you. Good morning to Derek. Good morning to you.
And I just felt, I told my husband, he said, well, I said, you didn't ask me. He said, ask you what? I said, if I feel better. He said, well, do you feel better? I said, I sure do. And I said, I sure do.
Good morning to Gina. Good morning to you. Good morning to Gina. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning. You'd love them the same way.
Exactly. Sonia, I went through the same thing when they asked me if I wanted to have some of those testings, and I'm like, what is the point? And they would say, just to determine so that you have the ability to terminate the pregnancy if you want. I would say, I don't want that test because nothing is going to make me terminate my pregnancy. So just go on with it.
Okay, Neville says, I was out in the cool air listening. He said 30 years ago, they also shut epileptic people away. None of my pictures are planned, all trial and error. So, yeah, Neville. See, Neville's an artist too. If you guys go to the Crafting with the Crawleys on my Facebook, his work is there. He's a creator. He is Key Lime Kisses. Have you?
Gina, yeah. Key Lime Kisses is Gina.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Welcome back. Okay. Look, I was thinking, wait a minute. Is that I mean, Gina, you never know if the way, if.
See, now I was not friends with Gina when I just went back and checked. They had taken me off. Is that crazy? Yes, that's crazy.
But it's sad you have to check because it doesn't take much for it doesn't take much for like trolls to get in and just start in everything because they got us last week.
Good morning, Sandy Brown. Good morning to you. Good morning, Sandy Brown. Good morning to you.
Sandy, I'm glad you're back. I saw you on what I believe it was. I saw you on? Was it Donna T? No, T's morning show, or no, T's auction. I think. I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you come back to see us this morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome anytime.
Absolutely.
Because there's times that I might not have been on. Casey had to tell me. And April, if you're out there listening and not in the chat, he reminded me, Mama, you haven't checked out nothing of April's. And I'm like, oh, I know, son. I'm sorry. So, yes, and April, is Bougie Bear. I worked with her. Her and Casey become best friends, and I mean, we've been friends for 10 years or longer. So yeah, and Sonia, you get to the point that you just hate going to doctors. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, but I don't hate it because they're going to do some more injections or do something to my lower back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Alicio. Yes. Show love because, there's wonderful people. Me and you guys have all blessed us. You guys have blessed us to be here.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I want other people to be blessed as well. Be, and especially when she puts content, you guys got to get a notification.
I do put stuff up once in a while. I was gonna put some stuff up this weekend, and then I got busy doing other stuff. Ay, ay, ay. I'm
Look,
telling you.
look, Key Lime Kisses. We've been friends for a while.
Mm-hmm.
We've been friends for a while. And when I say a while, I mean months and months.
Dwayne.
Oh, goodness. You done seen. Yes, yes, yes. He's still doing great commercials. Even
Yes,
though
he is.
he's passed away, because I had to look it up. They're still using his image. How are they coming up with new things for him to say? Because unless they're just retracting what he used to say.
They
So
must be.
so that's where I'm going with that, Dwayne. um, you guys, when I went to my primary and I told her that my rheumatologist wanted me to have a professional to talk to about my anxieties and stuff so they could evaluate me. My primary was upset and she said, "You don't need that." And she said, so she gave me new medication. Then I had a psychiatrist call the office. They called, left me a message to call. Oh, so I called them. They said, "Well, number one, we don't take insurance, and we don't know how long it would be that they could get you in."
Oh,
So, so if you feel like you are in need, real bad need, I guess you have to go check yourself into a hospital or just, walk into a place and say, "Look, I need somebody to talk to. I feel like I am about as low can be, and I need somebody to talk to." And you guys know what? You guys can reach out. I will be willing to talk with you guys. And I mean, you probably think, wait a minute, if you were going to be put in a hospital or the psychiatrist was calling to get you on a list, I might not need to talk to you. I'm just saying, I know how it feels.
mm-hmm.
I know how it
You can
feels
talk to me too. I'm willing to listen to anybody.
because, in Sonia mental health and homesteading, we've all, if you've ever been disabled or going through bankruptcy, going through anything that comes at you and you just want to give up, then you guys know where I'm coming from. And You know, I am tired of PayPal telling me I have been selected for a PayPal account. I don't even have any income. They just need to quit telling me that. They just make me feel good when I see PayPal slip across the screen. And I'm like, PayPal, quit doing that, because if I apply for one with zero income, you can tell me, oh, I'm sorry, we can't accept you.
Mm-hmm.
We can't accept you. And the psychiatrist, oh, they can't see you for 6 months.
Yeah.
I'm laughing about it because
What in the world? I mean, seriously? If you are
because
in serious danger of harm to yourself and they can't see you for 6 months, are you kidding me?
so you know, we've already, me and Traci has a pact. I'll call Traci if I don't want to put the household in any kind of my crazy. I
Mm-hmm.
know good and well, if Traci sees a phone call from me, or LizzAnn sees one, or I know Denise, or, I think just
Mm-hmm.
about anybody on here, and especially I know Dwayne. I know. If Dwayne was to get a phone call from my house number, and Dwayne, I need to give you that. Well, that's good. That's a blessing. That's a blessing for the
Aw,
Thanksgiving to
that's
the firehouse.
awesome, Derek.
Sonia does have some content. Sonia has content. She shows, unless she removed it, Dave. Sonia, let me see. She has bunny. Oh yeah, yeah. She has bunny rabbits. She has chickens. Sonia has shoot. She has yeah. Sonia's got a whole thing of videos out there. She shows, and why I really loved it. Um, Let me write that down real quick. Okay, now let me take that off real quick. After, well, where? Okay, okay, you got it. But I am going to do screen share. There you go. Whoop, Sonia, see? Because the first video I come across Sonia's where um, you were out of sorts because someone was wanting you to move because of your animals.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, with your children being autistic, I bet they love the animals.
Mm-hmm. I bet they love that love from the animals. Love animals give you unconditional love. They don't care.
Yeah, and I come across where she was asking prayer, and she felt like she was on her last straw with where she was going to live. And I don't know why. See, there's certain videos that will jump out at me and really touch my
Mm-hmm.
heart, and it's like you just feel an urgency that you just don't know what and that's kind of
Mm-hmm.
what I've come across some people like that. It is with Tracy's, I was like, oh my goodness. So I come across that one at Tracy's, and then I come across somebody else that said, I'm about to just stop. I'm gonna stop my YouTube channel. People tell me I need to stop. They don't believe I'm sick, and I, tried to get in there before they ended their stream, but all I could do was leave a message. And I told them, do not cut your YouTube off because of anybody. You have a right to have yours as much as anybody else.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But, Sonia, maybe that's why you were led here and you've got this safe place and, a place of help and understanding. And it's just like with Denise, and like with Traci, we can understand pain. Oh,
Mhm.
we can understand pain.
We will
And
always give you a soft place to land and a shoulder to lean on, an ear to listen.
heck, I embrace mine. Misha, I embrace mine. I embrace I do. I embrace the crazy, I was, I tell people there ain't nothing you can say to me that wasn't already said to me by the time I was 4 years old. And I laugh about it, but it's true. I mean, there's no name you can call me. There's nothing.
Dana,
Um,
Debbie has kind of overdone a little bit and she is just taking a little break. She's doing all right. She's doing just fine.
yeah. You'll probably see her more on different channels, probably more. Everybody needs to, kind of break away sometimes and expand on things. Yes, I am crazy, and I do.
I'm a lot crazy.
I embrace it, and and I try to analyze and always take somebody else's feelings, and I super try to analyze things and about somebody before I speak.
I have firsthand knowledge of one of the psychiatric hospitals in my area because I told a PA at a pain clinic one time that my pain level was so high I didn't know if I could go on living my life, and they locked me up for 72 hours. So I do have firsthand knowledge, and I am a little crazy, and I did learn a lot while I was there. I'm kind of glad I went.
Well, and Kate, yeah, Misha, and that's why I'm glad that this morning God told me about myself, and I can come on here and say, you know what? God will tell you about yourself. And see, I met Super Dave when he was about ready to give up, and not knowing which way to go. And now he's super Dave now, but he's still the same. He is still the same. From the first time I met him on YouTube, and I think I forget even how I come across you, Dave, but it doesn't matter how many subscribers he has now. In fact, he is better to speak out on his convictions.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know you had an autistic son. I did not know that. I knew Heather was bipolar because she come out in
She
an
did that
interview.
interview. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and but I didn't know you had that your son was autistic. Well, Casey told me one time. He said, "Mom, if you tell what all goes through your mind, they're gonna lock you away." And I said, "Well, you know what?" So that one day, I had to explain to Keithan when I was come out, and I told him, I said, I have things, and I told him things that went through my mind, and he couldn't understand. And yeah, God will tell me about myself, and that's what I need. And then I need the strong women like Traci, and I told LizzAnn, you got to tell me about myself. And, LizzAnn told me not to put her up on the pedestal. Oh, there we go,
Good
Dee.
morning, Laura Beth. Good morning to you. Good morning, Laura Beth. Good morning to you.
But yeah, Keithan used to ask me when we were first together. He would say, "What's on your mind?" I'd say, "Nothing." Well, something is. You got that look. You guys, he rarely asks me because I would start telling him. I'd be like, we'd be riding down the road. We might be snake hunting or something, and he'd say, "Well, what's on your mind?" "Nothing." "Well, you looking mighty. You looking like it is." And I'd say no, and then I start telling him, and then he got to where he wished that he hadn't even asked, and so now. I stopped telling him some things because he'd worry. And, but I laid it out that one day and he said, "Why would you think those things? You cannot help what you think."
Mm-hmm.
Aw, Sonia, I'm glad we make you smile.
I am too. We love having you, Sonia. I hope you know that. We absolutely love, love, love having you here.
So see, and Laura, Isabella, Super Dave has Isabella.
Mm-hmm.
Key lime kisses. I have some nutty things come across my mind sometimes. You cannot help what goes across your mind because MawMaw, I used to get her and my kids all the time when I'd be sitting in the car and they'd be coming around the front to get in the car and I'd blow the horn. Scared the crap out of them. I'd do that to it was back before, that was years ago. And it got to where they would look at me and just wait for it to happen, and I quit doing that. So I guess now would be a good time, but no, I wouldn't do it now.
You couldn't do that to MawMaw now. There's LizzAnn.
And the Chihuahua, look.
Made it back.
Yay!
Look
Hey,
at
everybody.
the Chihuahua. Look at the Chihuahua.
Look at her little baby.
Yeah, she came and met me. You know something? I was watching your 19 questions yesterday, and or day before. I can't remember.
Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
crack of
I think it
dawn.
was Saturday evening, and she heard y'all's voices, and she came in here, and she got up in my arms, and she stayed here just as calm as you could be through the whole thing. When I'm watching other people's stuff, sometimes, not always, if I'm holding her, she's like restless and like looking at me like, "Aren't you gonna put me down? Or what are you gonna do with me? I'd rather you spend time with me. What are you doing?"
Mm-hmm.
Whenever she's with, whenever y'all are on and she hears your voices, she's like,
"Aww." That's so sweet. Good morning, Anamora. Good morning to you. Good morning, Anamora. Good morning to you.
Yeah, I told LizzAnn last night how much I appreciate her prayers, and you and her are my strong prayer women. And Darlene B, you guys don't see because she has a whole farm to take care of, but
yeah,
she's still one that we touch base a lot on face.
Mm-hmm.
She'll FaceTime now.
Okay.
She won't come on here.
Well, maybe someday.
That's what I keep telling her. She says, "I don't think so."
One little step at a time.
But LizzAnn told me to take her off the pedestal. I said, look, I don't have a pedestal. I just have my feet on this little step stool down here that I walk up and down, walking up and down. Oh, yes. Look, time does fly, especially when you have pets. because, you know, if you don't have children but you have pets, their lives go by too quick.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Theirs goes by too quick. And last night, me and Kevin, it was like having our grandbaby in the bed with us because we just both love Mom Bailey so much. And, you know, I told him, I said, is she spoiled by us or has she spoiled us?
There you go. A little bit of both, maybe.
Yeah, because I woke up the other morning. Um, I woke up Sunday morning
Oh, thank you, Alicia.
with her to my
Yes, she is
back.
comfy.
And I got some good sleep because she was right at the exact same spot that gave my back some relief.
Mhm.
Now, she woke me up too early the morning before. So that's why me and Traci did a Saturday butt crack of dawn. That's what I called it. And
Up with the
and
chickens is what you said on the thing.
and don't expect it next Saturday morning, you guys. I
And
couldn't
then she
even
comes
wait.
on Sunday morning. Just like she's not taking a break.
That, you guys know it ain't too often I go on without my eyebrows. And my ladies here, my
Yeah,
ladies.
you tried to get me up in there, but it wasn't a good time for me. I was having a bad morning. I had a headache, and I just couldn't come in. I'm sorry.
Well,
Saturday
Casey,
worked for me, but Sunday I just was chilling. I hadn't been home from church that long, and I was just
Yeah. Well, I was going to go to church, but the headache was so bad I didn't go. So
yeah, his is bothering him today. But I got land shark picker. Sometimes I throw it out there and I might get a Dwayne. But I got a land shark picker.
You got a land shark picker.
And he took his hat off and showed his hair.
he
You
has
never
hair.
know.
Put it back on.
He has hair.
Did you know? You got to watch yesterday's because you never know. A lot of men, they take that hat off and they don't have hair here. They just have it everywhere else.
Yeah, well, that happens.
So
Sometimes the hats cause that because your scalp doesn't breathe.
No, he took his hat off. You got to see it. And I said, you saw it first here, you guys. You saw it on my channel first. And it's near the end. But
this was on Saturday?
Yesterday.
Oh, yesterday. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday.
Welcome back, Kim A.
Yes, it was yesterday.
Wow.
Kim A, bless her, ain't going to get nothing done.
Dwayne. Catch and release, just throw us back.
Well, I mean, look, poor
We wouldn't
Dwayne.
want you to feel captured or anything.
Look, in his defense, you guys, I said it was going to be a quick 500 giveaway. And I was all nervous. No, it's a 400 giveaway. Yeah. And I was all nervous and everything. So him and Derek, Dwayne come on first, and they were there, and I did it. And then it was supposed to be quick. Dwayne knows my quicks ain't quick. So he was like, I ain't getting into that because no. Ain't no telling how long she's going to be on. So poor land shark. And he did it as a freebie instead of what, $39.99 or $39.95? Yeah, $39.95 is what his time is worth. And he said, I'll do it for free today. Bless him.
That's nice.
Bless him. And then Dwayne, I didn't even release after we cut it off. I held him on there for a little bit longer. I sure did. You guys know. These women know. I keep you on a little bit longer.
Well, it's that Southern goodbye.
It is. You know. And then it was two of us
it takes
Alabama
an hour to
folks.
say goodbye, you know.
Yeah. and yeah, Neville.
Thank you, Neville. We do too. We do too, hon.
And you know, then we were both Alabama people, but he just doesn't have the Alabama. I don't think he sounds as Southern as I do.
Who's that? Craig?
Does he, Tracy?
It's just slightly different. It's just
He
different.
does sound a bit Southern, but
There's no two people alike, so don't try to compare.
yeah, it's kind of hard to.
Yeah, because Casey's my child, and he sure doesn't sound. He sure doesn't sound like me.
That's probably a good thing.
Hi again, beautiful. Hi again.
Hey, beautiful.
Oh,
Good morning,
Alicio,
darling.
thank you. And this is it, you know. Oh, see, she was lurking because whenever I say somebody's name, they jump in.
Good morning, darling B. Good morning to you. Good morning, darling B. Good morning to you.
Awesome.
Hey, look at Dwayne. He said, nobody sounds as Southern as Darlene, even though she's from Cali.
I know.
Well, she spent more years in Alabama than she did in Cali.
Yeah.
So, Darlene, I was talking.
In her defense.
Darlene, I was talking. You guys, this is the one that I was talking about earlier. Darlene has the farm. Darlene has she ain't made no goat soap lately, but she has goats and she has a farm.
And she has a chicken that she's named Norgus. Or is it a rooster?
Norgus, it's a little red hen. Norgus, the little red hen. I don't know how big Norgus is now, but she had attitude. One time she tried to show her to me. She's just, wasn't going to have no. But yeah, we're going to have Darlene on here one morning, and I know she's shaking her head and rolling her eyes at me and probably doing her finger.
When's that woman going to have time?
Huh?
When's that woman going to have time? She's at this time of the morning. She's taking care of all those animals. My goodness.
She could do a quick on and off.
Oh, okay. I agree. On her phone while she's tending the animals. There you go.
She could come on and not even have to be on cam. She could chase the little red hen around.
Here, Norgus.
That would totally confuse. Would that not confuse everybody? They would wonder, wait a minute. Why is this woman chasing a chicken? Hollering, come here, Norgus. Get over here, Norgus. Come here, Norgus. So, yeah. See, Darlene, goodness. You see how confusing you could have fun with that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, loads and loads. But if she had others named Traci and LizzAnn, boy, we'd be in big trouble.
Yeah, we would.
We'd be chasing each other all over the chicken yard.
And Misha Renee has chickens.
Oh, does she?
Yeah. Misha has outdoor animals. She sure does.
I have a pet lizard outside somewhere. I'm kidding.
I love lizards. I catch them.
I'm afraid of all reptiles and amphibians. I'm scared. I don't know why. I have no idea. Yeah. I know it's not.
I can live without snakes and worms, that's for sure. So
I'm frightened, extremely frightened.
I see snakes as beautiful because I've had them before.
I don't want them anywhere near me. Thank you very much.
And she says, well, I guess I have to get out there and name a goat or two. Laugh out
loud. You can name a goat after us.
Denise Caines and Darlene Buckland both have chickens. If I had snakes, I would have to be the chicken. I would definitely be the chicken. I'd be so afraid of those snakes.
Aw. Another creator has
Stephen Crawley. Good morning to you. Good morning to Kevin. Good morning to you.
I don't know why your profile thing don't show your picture. We need to fix that. That's my husband. He's too handsome to just be green. A green little green figure. Yes, that's my husband, you guys. Hey, I love you, baby.
Well, you can
Good
update that on that
Real
phone
Talk
or whatever.
with McKay. Good morning to you. Good morning, Real Talk with McKay. Good morning to you.
And Real Talk, let me see.
We have
No.
albino lizards here.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, and they are gross looking. and they
can
only
only
come out at
imagine.
night, really.
Ew.
You can see through the. Oh, it's just gross.
Ew.
It's weird.
I am going to hold you up there right with Felipe Love, so that way I can go and show you proper love because he's new. Real talk.
Cool deal.
Mhm.
Real talk.
Okay.
It's it is. He's called. Okay, yeah, Real Talk with McKay.
All right, let me see what I can do about that.
And it shows him and his family. So he is he is family oriented. He is young and he is family oriented.
Cool deal.
Now look, my ex-son-in-law was terrified of snakes. Terrified. And he came over one day, and I was out with my little Jack Russell. She was a puppy at the time, because my grandson now is 15, and so my daughter was pregnant with my grandson. I'm sitting out there with the puppy, and we had the deep freezer, and Tiffany asked me, "Mom, you got any hamburger meat?" It's in the deep freeze. So I told him, I said, "Well, go on in. It's out in the freezer, out on the back porch, out in the back." He comes out. He don't even go down the 5 steps off our porch. He's just this tall, skinny, looks like a stick of gum. Really, he's just like a stick of gum. Tall, skinny. I'm like, he said, "Y'all folks are crazy. Y'all folks are crazy." I'm like, what? Well, when he opened the freezer, Keith and all of the rattlesnakes he would catch, he would put them in freezer baggies, and they'd still be curled up. And he'd put them in freezer baggies. So when that boy opened that freezer for hamburger meat, he saw a heap of rattlesnakes in baggies. Some of them head and all in baggies. So.
Yeah, well, that would be kind of spooky, you know?
Did he ask you what kind of meat was in your food anytime he ate with you after that?
No, he took off and never went back in the freezer. And I have one in our freezer now. It's in the freezer. So, yeah. But, so one day we were coming from across the street. That was, yes. I thought I showed you the rattlesnake in the freezer.
No, please don't. Please don't.
Good morning, city girl, country woman. Good morning to you. Good morning, city girl, country woman. Good morning to you.
Now, a city girl, country woman has to know about snakes. And let me just check to make sure that you still.
Well, there's knowing about snakes, and then there's liking snakes, and then there's having snakes, and then there's staying away from snakes, which is what I prefer to do.
Good morning to you. Good morning, Gianna. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Gianna.
Good to see you, Gianna.
And yes, Gianna is still my sister.
Hey, Gianna, how you been?
So I had the daycare across the street, but that was still our home, our house. It's not now. It belongs to somebody else. But anyway, we were coming across the street. There was anybody that knows what a chicken snake is. They are long. They are long.
Yeah.
And yes, they are they will kill other snakes, and yes, they do. And I did see one eating another snake, and it was like, I don't really ever want to see a snake eating another snake. It's just too weird to me. And I'm weird.
Gross.
So there's that chicken snake, and I picked it up. And it was longer than I am tall.
We have snakes, but I don't know them. I love it. That was, what's her name? City girl, country woman.
She's in Georgia. And see, I'm in Alabama.
And I'm in Texas. You definitely know there's snakes here.
So when I picked that snake up and I held it real high and I called his name and he turned around, I have never ever seen somebody jump as high as he did and take off running. It was so funny. And he had IBS the whole time he was with my daughter, and his IBS was always blamed on me.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know why. You
Yeah, they
said
do eat
this.
chicken eggs. Yep.
We found a copperhead at church yesterday at Darlene B's church.
See? Hey, what? Ain't it too cold where you're at right now for the copperheads to be out?
Well, you know, the weather's been so weird. You know, it's been cold when it's not supposed to be cold. It's supposed to be cool, but not cold. So they don't know where they're supposed to be right now.
Well, that
They're just as confused as everybody else.
The rattlesnake was in their yard, so Keevan went over and got it. That's why. And then he went to where it came from and went looking for more and couldn't find any. Dwayne!
That's why I said that. I will be right back.
Okay. Denise, that
I
is
agree
always
with you, Denise.
Denise, that is always what my grandmother would say. And my grandmother believed in if you killed one, you hung it over the fence and waited for sundown. It wasn't going to die until sundown. That is a old wives' tale.
I've never heard of that.
It's because they still move.
Oh, that's true.
It's weird.
True. Yeah, they do. I forgot about that.
About time, my pixie chick, and you're gonna have to wait to be sung. You're gonna have to wait to be sung to until Traci gets back. So what was weird is my husband, he would cut the head off of them, of course, and then they still move, and he would freak out my puppy, my little Jack Russell, with it.
Oh.
And I think that's why she was something. She could snip out a snake. It did not matter where that snake was. She would be at it. Okay, you got somebody else to sing to.
Where'd he go?
Good morning to Destiny. Good morning to you. Good morning to Destiny. Good morning to you.
Yes, but you know, yeah, I can imagine, because me and my husband like watching, you know, nature shows, and we already know that you guys in the country down under, because I can't say it straight, in the country down under,
Australia?
Yes, that you guys have some of the deadliest snakes.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, let me see.
Some Native Americans poke the eyes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, my goodness.
Interesting.
Well, I saw on Gianna's one day that the kids, you were doing some beating, and I think we were live, and the kids was looking out the window, and there was a snake on there where the kids would have been playing outside. Am I right, Gianna? Because her husband had to go out there and kill it.
Yep.
So
I remember that, I think.
Yeah, I think we were live.
I think so too.
And yeah, the kids, there was a snake out there, which, you know, I don't mind the others. I just I won't mess with the I don't water moccasins.
Yeah, we have those here.
There was one in our pool, because our pool is green with bullfrogs that are huge.
Mm-hmm. You have a pond now.
Yes, it's eco-friendly. Dragonflies, huge bullfrogs, but yeah, there was a water moccasin that was out there as well. So it made me nervous about taking Bailey out that way. I'll be glad when the pool is either a regular pool or covered in. I don't like it halfway, because I'm always afraid that if my puppy goes in, I'm going to have to go in Look at
Yeah.
See, that's why Kevin said leave my frogs alone.
That's his pets. Leave him alone.
He
And then
loves.
don't you have the raccoon on, or is
The
it a
frogs
raccoon on
and
porch,
Bonnie
or is
that
it
doesn't
a
like
bunny?
Darlene, but Darlene still has to cook for Bonnie.
Yeah.
She's out back. She's out back. Neville, my first date with Kevin, the first date we had was going snake hunting. And the first one they found was a
Oh, no.
copperhead.
Oh.
And him and his buddy was a little bitty guy, and my husband is 6'1". And so they chased it. I thought, oh my gosh, I thought we were going to double date in the woods. We were going dirt road riding, and we were going to what, Smedley Road. Everybody knew that was where the makeout road. So, when my husband asked me about going down that Smedley Road, I'm like, oh, okay. And then, we hooked up with this friend and this girl that I knew from, I was like 7 years older than her. So I didn't know what to expect. Well, they were really going snake hunting.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
I wasn't cool with it then. So they spot one. They jump out. And I'm like, oh, no. They jump out and jump in the woods after it. And Kevin looks down, and there is the copperhead on his boot.
Oh, my.
And his friend, that's a little video guy, was saying, grab my hand. And I'll jerk you out of there. I'm looking like, look, you little guy, he's big guy. How in the world are you going to do this, maneuver this? And all I could think of, we are out here, snakes that bite you, they just kill you automatically. That's the thought I had.
Adrenaline. That's how he's going to get him out of there. Adrenaline.
Well, and they did. And they did catch the snake. And then he gets in the car. That snake's alive. Kevin has the snake by the back of the head.
Yeah.
And it's got his mouth open, dripping.
And you're like,
and I'm over like this, and I'm
Yep.
looking at Snake's looking at me. The front seat driver's drinking, and I'm like, oh, and I prayed, God, if we have a wreck, that Snake's going after me. I see it in its eyes.
Oh,
It's
my
going
goodness.
to bite me. And so I was so upset. I emptied out my purse, and I told him, I said, you got to put it in something. So they had to put it in my purse. They zipped it up. I didn't even want it in the trunk, because that snake was going to crawl through the trunk and get me.
In between the seats and come find you.
So what we did, he can't remember a lot of stuff from back then, but they opened the trunk, they put my purse, the handle of my purse, they shut the thing down, and I could see it in the back window. It rode on the back behind the window in the purse. So if it come out, it would have fell off the car. And that started our journey. And
I was going to say, and that was your first date.
Yeah. And that started our journey. My daughter was she was just turned a year old.
If you can survive that, you can that was
our
a test. That was
first
a big
date,
test.
yes. And what happened years later, we would ride in the back of a pickup truck with their 2 kids and our 3 kids, and it would be so exciting. They would see one. Kevin would jump out of the truck before it stopped real good, and they would catch them a snake, and that's how our kids grew up. Dirt road riding, snake hunting.
That is too funny.
And that's some of their best memories. And
so when you stepped away from him after that first date, and he left, and you were in the house, and you were thinking, I wonder how often we're going to do that.
LizzAnn,
am I ready for that?
LizzAnn, after I met him, because I met him after MawMaw.
Uh-huh.
So, and And when I first met him, after the way I was treated for 2.5 years, I would have went alligator hunting with him.
Yeah.
I
understand.
was, and
Yeah.
people, you say, well, Denise, that would have been hers in his last day. Hey, I was with Crocodile Dundee, you guys. How many people can say that? How many people can say that? 33 years ago. 33
Yeah,
years.
well, and you're still here to tell us about it. That's a good thing. All right.
Yeah.
Y'all survived the outback.
Hey, I even wore rattlesnake earrings. I sure did.
Oh my goodness.
Rattlesnake Rodeo. They have it in Opp, Alabama every year, you guys. Opp, Alabama. Rattlesnake Rodeo. Yes.
Dang.
And that was our highlight.
A friend of mine's mom and dad, before they moved to our area, I don't know if they were in the service together or what, but they were out in the West Texas, and the big deal for them and people out there at that time was to go snake hunting with your car and run over them and kill them that way.
Well, my grandmother had me so scared of snakes. She said if you run over one, they'll get in your car because they could hang on to the tire and crawl in the car.
Well, they were saying that the thing they had to look out for was any of the fangs getting with the poison on it getting stuck in the tire and you touching it by accident. Yes,
and all these things. So,
and to see the woman at the time that I saw her, I was like 14 or 15 years old when I'm hearing about this, and I'm like, really? Well, do these things? I thought, oh, I'm scared of you. Well, and seem like that type of person, she was a real quiet, laid back person. I mean, just. Well, she wasn't quiet for long.
All right, Denise said it. That was a thing, and people do that. And we would stop. Oh
my goodness.
Oh, here we go.
Good morning, Melda and Amra, baby family. Good morning to you. Good morning, Melda and Amra, baby family. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Honey, this is a Christian channel, but I'm going to tell you, we talking about snakes because there was a snake in the church and it got this hamster of mine all over the place. So, that's how. But yes, you guys know when Crocodile Dundee.
I'm fighting off snakes with the brush over here. My hamsters are fighting off snakes with the paintbrush.
But people would run over them too, and he would see if they were alive, and if they weren't too mangled, he would skin them out. So, skin them out. We had some, put on boards.
So roadkill.
If they weren't too.
Did y'all eat the snake?
No, I ain't never ate no snake. He tried some at the rattlesnake rodeo, but it looked like it just sit there too long. No, I have never eaten.
Woo!
Good morning, Nathan G. Good morning to you. Good morning, Nathan G. Good morning to you.
Nathan,
I'm still trying to get over it being in your freezer.
I brought it out the other day and showed it.
Oh, yeah.
Nathan, we were talking about rattlesnake. I have rattlesnake in my refrigerator, and mine and my husband's first date was rattlesnake hunting. Oh
yeah.
Have you seen how much when you go to like a place like that, how much a rattlesnake headband is?
No.
Well, yeah. Just look at what they have to go through to get it.
And I'm sure Gianna would know.
How much is it?
They run very high for a rattlesnake headband and stuff.
How about a belt?
Yeah, belts and stuff like that.
That's a dangerous. That's a dangerous profession.
Well, and Hey, think about it. All right, the shoes, like somebody said, talked about the alligator shoes and boots and stuff like that. Somebody's got to catch them.
Yep.
Somebody's got to catch them.
My cousins out there in the swamp are catching them.
Yeah, I do. My husband did put it. We just have one in the freezer now, but once upon a time, there were at least from any given time about 10 that would be in our freezer curled up. The first time he ever did it, though, he was thawing one out on my wash machine.
That's funny, Denise.
And I walked back there, and there it lay. And I really believed that snake, when it thawed out, was going to come back to life. So that was really, I had all kind of misconceptions when me and him first got together.
Cryo chamber.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Cryo chamber for snake.
Because they always said, oh, they freeze during the winter, is what my grandmother always said. Oh, they freeze in the winter and then come out and thaw out in the summer.
Well, no wonder you
yeah.
got that then.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I learned about snakes. I did. I learned.
A kangaroo or a wombat? Yeah, that wouldn't be a good thing to hit either.
No, and kangaroos, I thought they were cute, cuddly things, but no, I seen on what they can do to people too. So
that is a T-Rex deer. That's what a kangaroo is.
T-Rex deer.
It is. I seen that, and I'm like, oh, we wanted to go to the Outback, me and my husband. We always wanted to travel down there, and I'm like, now he ain't gonna get on no plane, first of all, but I don't know how we thought
that would be a long flight.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could handle that long flight, Darlene.
I know.
Especially in the, I know I wouldn't be able to if in the seat that I could afford, which would be, coach or whatever. I'd be sitting back there going,
well,
8 hours, 9 hours, this is over yet.
Number one, Kevin has never flown, and he says he never will. Now, so that means there's got to be a boat that would take you. That would be a long boat ride. Number two, I don't want to go on the ocean. I've never been on a cruise. I really don't want to because I'm scared of sharks.
Oh, well, yeah, there's that. I'm afraid of deep water.
Yeah.
Nathan, thank you, but it's not original to me. I just borrowed it. I saw it somewhere on either Facebook or
oh, wow.
Or Pinterest or something like that.
He said they hit one. It just got up and hopped away.
My goodness.
Wow.
Mm-mm-mm.
Well, that's how deep. Sonia, here in Jersey, deer, possums, skunks, raccoons. Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so sad. I'm so sad to see raccoons. No, I don't care about, I like possum and deer. We have deer in our yard that comes up.
Possums are a very, very good animal in a lot of ways. They're the ugliest looking things, but
I didn't know they ate mosquitoes.
They eat mosquitoes, they eat fleas, they eat ticks.
Yes.
Dang.
So, but and skunks, I haven't come across one, but I've smelt them. Raccoon, I love raccoon. That's my spirit animal, is a raccoon.
I gotta say it. Skunks are real stinkers.
Yeah.
It was that bad.
You sure
All
are.
right, the joke stunk too, so let's just move along.
But yes, Bonnie is our coon. And I love Bonnie, but she quit loving me when I rescued 3 babies. I got rid of the 3 babies, but I did have to rescue and release 3 babies, so Bonnie don't like me. But I had to cook her 2 eggs while I was talking to LizzAnn.
Yeah, that's right, you did.
And my husband talking about they don't look like 2 eggs.
Yeah, that's what he said.
I said,
a possum and a skunk and a raccoon are nocturnal creatures. And so in the dark, they're wandering around, and when somebody flies by with their headlights on, they're the deer stuck in the headlights, you know.
Hey, Nathan, thank you.
Thanks
Hey,
for stopping, Nathan.
Yeah, Nathan, nice to
we're
see
like
you.
a box of chocolates. You're never going to know what you're going to get.
Yeah,
Never
well,
know. But it'll
that's
all be
true.
good. It's all good. But see, the deer come out here in the daytime. And in our yard, so do the raccoon. And you guys, just so you know, raccoons, they are nocturnal, but they do come out in the daytime.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Sometimes the mamas have to come out during the daytime to eat enough so they can go back to their babies.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you guys.
Good morning, Vicky Porter. Good morning to you. Good morning, Vicky Porter. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Vicky. And yes, we are still acquainted on YouTube. Yes, we are. I did try with some bait. Somebody brought some tiny baby that the possum
Armadillo's here.
The possum got ran over by and when the people went, the city has to get the road, they have to remove. Who do you think removes animals and stuff? The city workers have to.
And so Kevin gets to do that?
He's had to do that on the weekend before. So somebody has to. And he's done it. He has done it. But somebody said, there was the babies that were on the outside of the mama. And you know how they grip to them. They brought them to me. I tried. I went and got Pedialyte. I read what to do, but I couldn't save them. And Casey said, Mama, it breaks your heart. And it even bothered him too. It broke his heart too.
Well, you hate to see a living thing die.
Yes. So I think there were 3 of them. And I don't know why. Usually God brings you 2 by 2, but then sometimes he brings me 3. And I could not do that successfully. So I told Kevin, I don't want nobody else to bring me something like that again because it's hard. It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys, me and Tracy's winding down. And I know you guys probably don't think that's possible. But believe me, it is very possible. Tracy gets her pain face, and then I start giving out of breath. My hamster, what did Dwayne say? Feed that hamster, feed the hamster, feed the hamster. Somebody feed the hamster. That was Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys, I was so tired Sunday. It was like I was hoarse and I wasn't feeling good. I was feeling really, really bad. You guys probably couldn't tell it, but I was.
I was noticing both of you were getting tired. I was going to say something.
Well, that was Saturday. I mean
right now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm whooped.
You're whooped?
I'm whooped.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Kim ain't never wound up yet. Kim, come back in the morning. You will get wound up.
Mm-hmm.
You will get wound up, Kim. We will wind you back up in the morning. Let Tracy sing to you, and Sandy Brown. They said we can't say SUBBED anymore, but you know what? We're going to say I blessed you, or I showed you some love, or I blessed you, and somebody said I punched you and you can punch me. I'll take all the punches. I said we'll say blessings and loves.
Yeah.
And to that, I want everybody to have
top of your bonnet. Yep.
Love and understanding today. LizzAnn getting wound up. LizzAnn's later and getting wound up.
I'm reading Sonia's comment. Yeah, kangaroos are doing that. They also have a bad habit of jumping over the top of your bonnet and scaring the crap out of you. That would do it. Okay, everybody.
Look,
love you guys.
Be You Beautiful. That's a new thing. And they just now said that.
And I'm sorry I said the RAP word.
You're fine. You are fine. No worries, because I want everybody to show love. I want everybody to grow and show love to each other.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Gianna, You
Yeah, I
guys?
have black eye. Beautiful.
Oh. Oh, you gave black eyes today. That's okay too.
Mhm.
I love you guys, and we will be back again, same time, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sonia, go to bed.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that again, okay?
Love you.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Congrats.